Hi guys, thank you for joining me. Today we are doing a pick a card reading. The title of this reading is Which Path Do I Choose? Now, a lot of times we find ourselves at a sort of a crossroads or a fork in the road, and we see two ways and we can't really decide which one is going to be better for us. Now, in the grand scheme of things, no path is the wrong path. It is going to eventually lead to the same thing that you are meant to experience in life. Having said that, if you find yourself really doubtful, which a lot of times we are, then maybe this reading will give you some sort of insight, some clarity into your situation and which path looks less challenging or more inviting. Okay, so I haven't prepared any piles, so you have three options to choose from. The first one is this green pencil, then we have the blue pen, and then the brown pencil. So if you need time, if you want to meditate on these options and see which one will be suitable to you, which one your intuition calls out to, then you can pause the video here. Otherwise, we'll start with the first pile. Alright, so the first option is the green one. I'm going to start with that, the green pencil. Let me just put that there. Okay. Alright, so for those of you who've chosen this green pencil, we have before us two paths or two options, whatever you might call them. Let's take a look at at this moment you would want to decide which path is which. For instance, you're deciding, I don't know, should I travel to China or Philippines? Okay, so I'm just giving you an example. So you might want to decide at this moment which path is which. If you need more time, you can pause the video and decide. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead with the first path. Let's take a look. Wow, okay, we start with the Tower, then the Three of Pentacles, then we have the Eight of Cups and the Six of Wands. Wow, this ends beautifully. Okay. Alright, so the first card in this path is the Tower. Now the Tower is not necessarily a bad thing. I don't see it as a bad thing at all. It is in fact a much needed change, a much needed intervention in our lives. What happens is our intuition keeps nudging us in one particular direction, but we somehow fail to listen to that intuition, or our ego comes into play and we don't follow that intuition. So that is when this divine intervention takes place in the form of the Tower. or some sort of unexpected, what we call fated, destined event takes place, where we really basically the universe steps in for us and makes that change that we were supposed to make on our own. Alright, so I see it as a positive card, because you start from a clean slate, and you have the opportunity to build something new, and yeah, to start fresh, to start on a clean plane. All right, the next card we have here is the Three of Pentacles. So this is about, for me, this is what this is telling me is that you will get help on this path. Okay, you won't be alone, and there will be people who come into the picture if you are facing a sort of devastating change, or some change that you're not comfortable with at all, or something that looks like an adversity, then there will be people to help you out on this after this event or this situation comes into play. Okay, and this is good, because this is a really good sign actually, because like I said, you get the opportunity to build something new, to start a new structure, and to be able to create what you were supposed to create, and create what you really want actually, as opposed to what was just there for like, for instance, this could be like related to your career or a job. Let's say something happens and you have to leave the job, or you have to move to a different city, or something unexpected, something out of the blue, and you feel a little shaken, and you feel a little how do I put this, unstable at that moment. But if the divine is coming into picture and making this drastic change happen for you, then they usually do send people who are there to help you, people who can be of comfort, and people who can who can help you make decisions, who can help you build that structure back from the scratch. Okay, then we have the Eight of Cups. To me, what this is saying is that of course we have only 4 cards here, so this is not going to tell you the entire story, but the next highlight of the paths is when you decide to leave certain things or go in search of something even better for yourself. Okay, and you might have to go like travel the lone path, or the lone might have to go on a little bit of a journey by yourself at some point, and see what else is out there. It's to me, this is a very spiritual experience also, where you realize that, okay, this is here, this is right in front of me right now, these 8 cups, and somehow they're not leaving me fulfilled, so let me go out there and see what else is out there for me. And then you decide to take this journey to the 9 of Cups, which is like a wish fulfillment, which is what your soul was craving for all the time. Okay, and at the end of this path you have the 6 of Wands, which is a victory card. It's a success card, so that's a great sign that all is well that ends well, and you will receive the recognition that you were seeking at the end of this path, and you will I'm hearing you will come into basically you'll feel good about yourself. Okay, and you'll be glad you made this choice, is what I'm hearing. Okay, So eventually we don't, I mean, it's best to not have any regrets in life, because holding on to regrets only keeps us stagnant and keeps us um, basically we are not acting from a place of authenticity when we hold on to regrets and hurts and pains, okay? And our progress is basically stunted when we do that. So anyway, this is ending on a great note, and again there are people involved here, so you probably will enjoy this success with other people, and people are going to recognize you and see how far you have come after this little bit of a shake up and being on this path, okay? Now I don't know what situation you're asking about. This could be a career, this could, because we do have the Three of Pentacles here, this could be yeah, in terms of career, I'm getting a message that you might decide to, you know, go your own way and start like your own business or something, and you will be successful at it at the end of it, okay? Let's take a look at what the second part is about. We have the King of Wands, and then we have the Knight of Wands, okay? Lots of wands here. Then we have the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. So in the beginning of this journey, you are feeling more passionate, in control, and there's a certain vision that you have in mind, and you're setting goals basically that, okay, these are the things that I need to take care of when I'm going on this path, and this could actually be a romantic or love situation that you are asking about. It's possible. Again, you can tweak the reading to whatever your situation is, okay? But then again, if it doesn't resonate, just leave it. Don't force it. Then we have the Knight of Wands, which is quick moving, fast energy, and it's more of a fiery, creative energy where you're going with you're going with your gut, you're going with what inspires you, and you're going after your goals or whatever it is that you want to achieve. And it's a bit of a fast energy, which is, so there may be things that you're not really thinking through clearly, but there's a lot of passion and creativity here for sure. So this is something that you might find yourself more drawn to initially, at least, okay? Then we have the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Let me just clarify this Knight of Cups. Where is the Knight of Cups? Why is the Knight of Cups? Okay, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Alright, so this is what I'm getting here is that initially you start with a lot of passion, and you are really inspired to follow this particular direction, this particular path, okay? But the Knight of Cups is also, it's a lot slower in comparison to the Knight of Wands, and it's a bit of a dreamy, sort of like a Piscean, Cancerian energy. It's creative, it's inspired, but inspired in a different way, not the fiery kind of Knight of Wands way. And it's more to do with following your intuition, being expressive, being creative, and it's a lot calmer and a lot how do I put this? It's a lot more dreamy. Okay, so if this is a creative field, then this is probably when you will feel the most inspired and creative, and work on things that actually are in alignment with your feelings, your emotions, okay, rather than just passion. Those are two very different things actually. And the Eight of Pentacles, which clarifies the Knight of Cups, is telling me that this is the stage where you probably decide to add more skills or add more experience to your to whatever it is that you are working on, and you take some time out to take things a little bit slow and build on your skills and abilities and your creativity, okay, because this is a rather fast moving energy, which is not really, it's great to start projects, to start creative projects especially, but to be able to sustain that inspiration, the Knight of Cups is probably going to be a better energy to be in. And with the Eight of Pentacles, that is someone who really takes their time to master their skills and master whatever it is that they are trying to achieve. Maybe even study further, or if this is about a job or career, you might want to take on some extra responsibilities and work on them, or else add to your skills, maybe take a separate course that would help you build your resume, in some way. Then followed by that, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this ends on a great note, which is basically a divinely guided offer. It is something that is practical, something tangible, something that allows you to start on a new path that will lead to success, tangible success. Okay, it allows you that opportunity to go past that gate and achieve what it is that you want. Okay, it's that golden opportunity coming your way. So these are both actually ending on a great note, but let me just ask for the overall outcome. Let's have a look at what the outcome is for both of these parts. What is the outcome for these parts? These could actually be people who are influential on this particular path as well, alright? It doesn't have to necessarily be your energy, it can be external energy. And same goes for the Knight of Cups. Okay, let's ask for the outcome. Actually, I don't think I'll use the oracle cards to get an overall outcome for this situation. Okay, we have a leg up. So this is basically telling me that it's such a cute card. This is Spirit's intervention to give you a leg up, basically, in your situation, to help you. It is about getting like an extra boost or something that helps you on your journey. And like I said, you might find supportive people on this path, and same goes for this path as well. These could be people who are supportive, who are coming into picture for you, helping you grow and helping you achieve what it is you want. Okay, so that's a great outcome to have actually. I'll just read a little bit from the guidebook to see if there are any extra messages. Okay. Yeah, see, the essential meanings are receiving help, delegating authority, and interdependence. So you've come to a point where going it alone is no longer optimal for you. Life has a way of presenting you with the perfect people to align with, who can give you a leg up during this next phase of your journey. Help comes to you in all areas of your life where you need a boost. The trick is to accept that aid so freely given. When you embrace interdependence, allowing teamwork and interdependence to commingle, miracles happen. Now is such a time. So that was your message from the Oracle Guidebook. And I hope this helps. To me, both the paths, like I said initially, eventually, no matter which path you choose, you will be exactly where you are supposed to be, alright? I saw this collaborative, supportive people coming in to help you on this path, which can also be said about this path as well. But on this path, I feel like you might have to concentrate on building your skills, building your abilities, and really working. I mean, you're working hard in both cases actually. Alright, so it's your decision, and know that no path is wrong. Okay, eventually it's going to help you. And I feel like the main message here is that even if you at some point in a particular path feel that you are alone, there will be people coming in to help you, and spirit does that. The divine does that in funny ways sometimes when you least expect it. Okay, so all the best, and do take care. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. You can leave a comment and let me know if it resonated with you. Alright, take care, and I'll see you again in another video. Thank you. Hi group 2, I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look at what messages or insights want to come for you with regards to your choice, with regards to this decision. Wow, it's like a tongue twister. Okay. that one has more cards. Okay, so these are the two paths. At this moment, you might want to decide which path is like which option is it, A or B is which path. Okay, like for instance, I don't know. Should I travel to Europe or the US, something like that. I'm just giving you a silly example. So you might want to decide which side is Europe and which is US. Okay, the USA. All right. So if you need, you can pause the video here and decide. Otherwise, I'm going to get started. So we start with justice, death, the 9 of Wands, and the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So you have two major arcanas on this path, which seems quite profound. Now, justice to me is it's about equality, fairness, balance. It's about sometimes I feel this is about things that are karmic, things that are destined to happen. Possibly to learn a particular lesson that we all learn. I mean, that life is full of learning lessons, isn't it? And it has something to do with a karmic lesson or a karmic cycle, according to me. And it's basically the universe trying to balance the scales out. And in that process, sometimes we have to learn difficult lessons and undergo a transformation. So this path seems to be more like a destined path that you're supposed to go on in order to go through a transformation, in order to change within and without, change your reality in some way. Okay, and to learn some lessons that may be a little difficult for you to like a difficult pill, that may be a difficult pill to swallow is what I'm hearing. Okay, but the death card I actually like because it does talk about transformation, and transformation is usually not easy, is it? I mean, if all of us had like a spiritual awakening or like a massive inner transformation by just sitting idly on a chair in front of the TV watching Netflix, then life would be really easy, isn't it? But that's not how transformation happens. It happens by going through some sort of lesson that we were supposed to learn, and in the process making certain changes internally, especially in order to change our reality outside our external world. Okay, then we have the 9 of Wands. Now this I'll be honest, it doesn't look easy. So if you choose this path, there may be certain karmic lessons which you will eventually have to learn anyway. Okay, there's no escape unless you work through that or understand that particular lesson in life. You won't undergo a period of transformation, and things are exactly the way they are supposed to be. Okay, either way, whichever path you choose, you will learn the lesson that you are supposed to learn for your soul's journey, for your soul's growth. Okay, the 9 of Wands is about, it's like the wounded warrior. So it's also about perseverance and overcoming obstacles and challenging times, and yet not giving up. This is a card of resilience, a card of holding your ground, not giving up, not giving in as well. and staying true to your path, even if you feel wounded, even if you feel tired and just feel like you can't go on. It's exhausting. Okay. And followed by the Nine of Wands, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is about planting seeds. It's about reassessing your situation and reviewing. I'll just get a clarifier for the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. With the King of Cups. Just the Seven of Pentacles here. What's the Seven of Pentacles here? What is the Seven of Pentacles here? Seven of Pentacles here. It's the Seven of Pentacles here. There's too many cards. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups. So what I'm getting here is that eventually towards the end of this path, you will have to reassess and evaluate your situation and see if it's actually what you want, is what I'm hearing. Okay. You have invested a lot of time and effort into this, and maybe you're waiting for the harvest, basically. Okay, you're waiting for things to materialize, you're waiting for your wish to be fulfilled, isn't it? What I'm getting here is that you have invested a lot of emotions into this, and there will be a time when you will have to decide whether this fight is worth it, and if this is actually what I want, is what I'm strongly feeling and getting. Is this what brings me emotional fulfillment? Is this what makes me happy? Is this what makes me feel content and fulfilled? That is what you're going to have to reassess or decide, okay, review towards the end of this journey. Which is not really surprising if you are going through a difficult period, or if you are feeling wounded and just tired and you feel like you can't go on anymore. Then you might want to decide whether it's really worth it. I've been putting in so much effort into this. Is this really what I want? King of Cups could be someone who is significant as well on this path, who is either trying to help you reassess or may even bring you this wish fulfillment. It could be either of the two. Okay. Let's take a look at the second path. We have the King of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, Five of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Five of Cups. Okay. So it looks like both of these paths are quite challenging. You start on this path with the King of Pentacles. I feel like this is what you want to achieve on this path. Financial stability, abundance, or this may be somebody who is promising that to you, someone who is helping you on this journey, on this particular path, maybe making you an offer in some way, or if this is about a career, or if this is about business, maybe this is your business partner, or just you feeling like, yes, I can achieve this, yes, I can. There's a lot of details to be worked through, but I can get here. Okay, if this is about a love situation, then this probably could be the person that you are connected to and that you are asking about or interested in. Okay, then we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about looking out into the horizon and making plans and deciding. It's like a portal in a way, it's like a passage, and deciding which one do I choose and which way do I go, and making those plans. This could have something to do with travel as well. So it's also about being ambitious and seeing what's out there for me. Okay, it's about setting your goals into motion and putting your plans into action in order to achieve them. All right, then we have the Five of Wands, which is a bit of it could be differences of opinions. Like I said, if this is about a business partner or any sort of partnership, then you can have some tips with that person or just other people who, if this is not about a partnership, this is just about some obstacles coming your way where people might have different opinions and they want to force their opinions on you, or just they want to challenge you in some way. And this could also have something to do with the competition. Okay, so if you are, like, say, an athlete or something, then this is about entering that competition and being at basically head spotting and being at loggerheads with other people. Not necessarily, that probably doesn't apply to athletics, but you know what I mean, being part of a competitive race as such. It could also be about conflicts, yes, very much. So there may be some opposing factors coming into play. Not necessarily people, it could be just people or situations that are not really working out or are just being a pain in the butt. Then we have the High Priestess and ending with the Five of Cups. Now both these parts actually are not really ending on a great note, but we'll take a look at the outcome later on. The High Priestess and the Five of Cups. So there will be a moment when you need to withdraw and maybe gather more information or even be secretive about keep things a little secret about your plans, about your situation, or this could be the other person that you're dealing with. But I feel like after the Five of Wands energy, this doesn't surprise me actually, because eventually you would want to withdraw and see, is this really worth it? Should I keep putting effort into this? And you might want to quieten all those external voices and your own internal conflicts and listen to your intuition, see what your intuition is telling you. Now it's ending with the Five of Cups, which is not really a great card, to be honest. This is obviously not going to be like an end of life situation, but this could be about you feeling a little down because of the things that you've had to lose along the way or things that have not worked out. But I feel like there's always something to be grateful for, something that is working out in a situation. So your focus should be on that. Like you can see he's not focusing on these two cups at all. And the Two of Cups is a beautiful card if you've seen it. It's about exchanging love, exchanging tenderness, ideas, love and affection. It's about two people or or just you coming into union with yourself. So the focus should be on these 2 cups rather than these 3 cups. But often in life we do end up feeling this way. The point is not to dwell on that energy and to, yeah, we have the Emperor here. Okay, so you will eventually take back control into your own hands and realize that you are responsible for whatever actions and manifestations that you've done on this path. And everything that has manifested is basically out of your own, it's basically your own energy that you are attracting back. Okay, let's get one oracle card for you and see what the outcome or guidance for this situation is. What is the outcome or guidance? Pile number 2. At this moment, like I said initially, this seems to be like a lesson that you need to are going to learn either which way, whether you choose path 1 or path 2. Okay, and I feel like the lesson has something to do with you taking back your power and being in control of your life and not giving that power away to anybody. Alright? Okay, we have chalkboard. This to me is guidance actually. The message of this card is really simple. It is about letting go of things that are not working for you and not holding on to that and concentrating on the simple things actually. Doing simple tasks that are eventually going to help you in your situation. Okay. Yeah, it's also about, like, see, there's a gateway here. There's a gate that is open and there's the divine light shining through. And what you need to do in order to step into that light is to clean up, and I'm hearing clean up the trail that you have left behind. Okay, so all the lessons, all the things that have not worked out for you, all the lessons that you've learned on this path, those you will eventually clean up and let go of, and then step into the light, step into this new door, this new opening. And it's the number 42, which comes down to 6, which is all about balance and harmony. So at the end of the path, that is what you are going to achieve. Okay, and we have mending at the bottom of the deck. So if you have like differences with people, especially on this journey, on either of the 2 paths, then there's going to be mending at the end of it. And of course it's going to take effort from your end as well, but things are going to be fine. I know this doesn't really sound great, and I'm sorry. And if this doesn't resonate with you, please just leave it. Don't take this reading and apply it to your situation forcefully, okay? I'll just read out the message a little bit for you so you can understand. I've already told you what I felt intuitively, but let's read, let's see what the guidebook has to say. Okay, chalkboard. Essential meanings are being grounded in everyday experience and humility. There are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness, so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in full bloom or full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it to let nature take its course is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you even closer to what you seek. That is such a beautiful message. So it does talk about letting go and especially surrendering your attachment to the outcome or to the goal, and humility, inviting humility and receptivity into your being, into your life. Okay, we have there's a transformation definitely taking place. We have two major arcanas here and two major arcanas here. So this is definitely significant. It's going to be significant either way. Whether you take the first path or the second one. Like I said initially, I do feel like this is about learning certain lessons, which is not really fun, but it's necessary. It's a part of life, isn't it? Okay, so I hope this helps, and choose carefully. Either way, you are never going to be on the wrong path. All right. Be humble, be receptive, and be open to transformation. Take care, and I hope that reading was helpful to you in some way. And if you found it useful, you can like, share, and subscribe, and come back to the channel for another video. I'll see you. Take care. Alright? I wish you the best. Bye bye. Hi group 3. So for those of you who chose the brown pencil, this is turning out to be a really long reading, but anyway, I hope it helps the people and reaches the right people and resonates with those it is meant to resonate with. Alright, so let's take a look at Okay, so at this moment you might want to pause the video and decide which option is it, A or B, which option is which in your situation. You know what you're asking about, and yeah, you can decide. Like, for instance, should I don't know, should I take up a baking course or a pottery course, something like that. I'm just giving an example, and decide which pile or which path is for which option. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead with your reading. We have the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, let me just get a clarifier for the Seven of Cups. What is the Seven of Cups here? Queen of Cups, okay. And the Knight of Cups. What is the Knight of Cups here? King of Pentacles. A lot of characters here. There's just so many court cards. Is this a love situation that you're asking about? That is what I feel. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we start with the Knight of Wands. This, what this is telling me is, what I feel here is that this is an external energy coming towards you. Okay, someone coming in with a lot of passion. Someone who's adventurous and quick. Someone who probably doesn't think too much before going for their goals and opportunities, and yeah, is really goal oriented, creative, and adventurous. It's a very fast moving energy. Okay, and it's often like a bit of an unstable energy. It's in and it's out. It's, imagine being really inspired. You're not going to feel this inspired every day, are you? So this person is a bit like that, or this energy is a bit like that. So that is what you're starting with on this path. Then we have the Queen of Swords, which I feel is your energy. So you're going to look at this invitation, this offer, or this idea, this inspiration, or this person, whatever it may be, and you're going to look at it and try to analyze it. Is this going to work for me? Is this what I want? Is this the right situation, the right opportunity, the right person for me? Does this make sense, is what I'm hearing. Okay, because the Queen of Swords is someone who is really blunt, sharp, intelligent, knows what they want, and don't put up with any sort of BS. Okay, so that's a very straight, sometimes a bit too blunt energy. I feel like this is the kind of energy that you are going to adopt on this path, on this in this situation. Okay, then we have the Knight of Cups clarified by the King of Pentacles. Now that is a new energy, could be a new person, and it is it could be a third person entering the situation and offering you, making some sort of offer to you, or just like a romantic gesture, expressing their feelings to you. I'm not feeling like this is a career reading, so this to me feels strongly like a relationship type of reading. Okay, but it could be anything. But what I'm strongly feeling here is that this is like different players in your romantic or love life. Okay, anyway, moving on from the Queen of Swords, we have the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. So like I said, this is But this is this offer or this gesture or this invitation, whatever it is coming towards you from a different kind of person or energy or company, something that is more stable, something that is more grounded, and something that is definitely more reliable than this. Okay, something that's not like in and out. It's more of a settled kind of energy, and it may be a bit slow, it may be a bit stubborn, it may be a little fixed, like a bit rigid. But if you're looking for stability and like assurance, then that is the right energy for you. And it ends with the Seven of Cups, clarified by the Queen of Cups. So what this is telling me is that you might feel a little overwhelmed, especially with so many characters coming into play. You might feel a little, confused and wondering which is the right cup. Should I take this or should I take that? And is this right for me or not? And a bit of daydreaming, a bit of illusions, a bit of building castles in the air, that kind of energy. And but since it's clarified by the Queen of Cups, I feel like you will make that choice. And decide eventually which cup is right for me. Now this could be you deciding on one particular person or one particular offer, or it could be that you just let go of this confusion and decide to take time to regain your emotional balance and be by yourself. That is also what I'm strongly feeling, actually. So it's a bit of both, but if you don't choose a single option from all of these, you are going to take some time out and just decide to be by yourself and not, and be happy in your own company is what I'm hearing. Okay, sorry, let's take a look at the second path. We have the King of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. And then let me just clarify the Page of Swords. What's the Page of Swords now? We have Temperance, okay, alright, so we start with the King of Swords here, which is a very straightforward energy where you basically use logic and intelligence to make a decision. Or this could be someone approaching you, someone like the King of Swords, possibly an air sign, someone who is who makes decisions basically on the basis of their thoughts, logic, information, someone who is intelligent and decisive, takes decisions based on logic and thought. Like I said, someone who's really clear mentally and knows what they want. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords here, and we have the King of Swords here, which is kind of like a similar energy. Okay, so you start with that. This could be somebody approaching you, and It could be your own energy as well. Then we have the Eight of Cups. To me, what this is saying is that you are going to walk away from somebody or something that is not really working out for you, and possibly going out to see what else is there. Okay, let me just clarify the Eight of Cups. I see Eight of Cups. It could also be someone walking away from you. Let me see Eight of Cups. Ooh, the Devil. Yeah, so what this is telling me is that this person may be a little bit of a, whatever this energy is of the King of Swords, or if this is you are deciding to walk away from something that is sort of holding you back, and something that is like a manipulative kind of energy, something that's not really for your highest good, and that doesn't make you feel empowered or in control of yourself, especially. Okay, then we have the Two of Pentacles, and clarified by the Three of Pentacles. Actually, this Three of Pentacles is for both the Page of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. What this is telling me is that you move on and move away from this situation, something that is not really going to make you feel, empowered, and something that may be a little tempting, quite seductive, but you realize that this is not really what I want, and it's not for my highest good. And I don't feel empowered, or I don't feel good about myself in this situation, or in this relationship, whatever it is that you're asking about, or in this career as well. Okay, and I feel like when that happens, after that happens, you sort of tend to, you're a little off balance after that. But there is help in the form of your friends and people who are, I'm getting a separate message here. So there are possibly going to be people, there are two different messages. One is that there will be some people who are going to help you regain balance and control in your life again, and move out of this situation. And the second message that I'm getting is that some people are going to talk behind your back. Okay, there's going to be some gossiping. I don't usually get that message with the Three of Pentacles, but I just need to put that out there. But eventually you are going to defend yourself and work on your own healing, and work on regaining that balance in your life. Like I said, we have the Two of Pentacles here, and the Temperance card is about regaining balance, and it's about a slow process of healing and resolving conflicts, resolving two different forces, like whether it's within yourself, or in a situation, or in a person. It's also about mending and kind of like creating a balance between two opposing forces. Okay, and the Page of Swords, it could be information coming in, some sort of news that would help you heal and walk on that path of healing eventually. Or it could just be you taking that sword of truth, speaking your truth, and defending yourself. I keep getting that. So maybe these people, if there are people who are gossiping, behind your back, and who are not really helping you in this situation, then you are going to speak your truth and you are going to cut them off, is what I'm getting. Okay, this is such a complicated reading. This really feels like a friendship or a love relationship, something like that, because those are the messages that I'm getting, and that's the feeling that I'm getting here. Okay, but if you do find yourself in this situation, you will walk away, which is the best thing to do, and eventually you will be on the right path. Either way, if you see in both the situations, whether it's path A or path B, you're going to feel emotionally balanced and work on healing yourself and taking time out for yourself, resting, recuperating, and taking each day as it comes, trying to resolve any sort of conflicts that you've had, or mend yourself as well. Okay, so interesting. Let me know if this resonates with you. I'm going to pick one oracle card for you as a guidance or overall outcome. Let's provide one card for guidance and outcome. Now, I can't decide for you which path is better, but either way, I feel like you are going to choose yourself and your emotional balance over anything else. That is what I'm strongly feeling, which is great. I mean, whichever path you choose, you are going to learn certain lessons that you are meant to learn. Okay, so we got two cards actually here, and this card popped out for the first reading as well. So if you're interested, you can take a look at that reading. The green pencil. And at the bottom of the deck we have regeneration. Yeah. So what this is telling me is that Spirit is going to come in and help you and send you the right kind of people on your journey to help you with whatever difficulties you might face on either of these two paths. Okay, and another message that I'm getting is guidance. When you think about your tribe, what is it that you want from people? What kind of people do you want to invite in your life? Think about it carefully, and only allow those people who want the best for you. Okay, no matter what. This is also about support, getting support from Spirit, from the helpers and the people that Spirit sends us in our lives. And the tribe is also about, like your soul tribe, people who are kindred spirits, people who are like-minded souls, and the right people in our lives who help us progress, evolve, and grow, and heal from whatever lessons that or difficulties that we are going through. Okay, I'll just read a little bit from the number 7 here and 8 here. Okay, so I feel like you will learn some sort of spiritual lesson through this journey eventually, and you will find the right people at the end of the day, people who are meant to be in your life, who are there for your highest good, basically. Okay, let me just read out a little bit from the tribe. Community, belonging, being seen and understood by others, like-minded connections, a sense of family and friendship, knowing your place in the world. And the message of the card is, This card signals a new affiliation with a group. Humans are social creatures, and we need to know we are useful to our tribes, families, and communities. In a tribe, everyone has an important function and feels I matter. Membership in the group provides a sense of belonging, of kinship. Yeah, I already mentioned that. And of purpose that comes from working together for the greater fulfillment of all. Perhaps you are part of a spiritual community or an artistic one. Perhaps you are in a learning community where you share your love of education. Regardless of its form or focus, your community brings you joy. You will be inspired by it and want to contribute to it. Your contribution may be as small as showing up or as large as becoming its leader. No matter what your position in the tribe, your presence is needed. So, it's about maintaining your individuality as well in a big group. Know that you are here, you have purpose, you matter basically in the grand scheme of things and in the world. Alright? So that was your message. Interesting reading. Like I said to the other groups as well, either of the paths is going to lead you to where you are meant to be. Okay, so no path is wrong, and know that, like I said, in your case, eventually you are going to heal and find emotional balance at the end of the situation, no matter which path you take. And you will find the right people. Not people who gossip or backbite or anything like that, or who try to manipulate you or dominate you in some way, or who are seductive but not good for you in any way. But the right people, you will find the right, you'll find your tribe. Okay, alright, so I hope this reading was helpful to you, and if it was, and if you enjoy the reading, please do like, share and subscribe, and I hope to see you in another video. And leave me a comment if this resonated with you. Alright, take care and see you. Bye bye. Lots of love.